Hey. See the teller, see the storyteller, see the teller, see the storyteller, see a long time in no check, we see them, we want to move everybody, see them, everybody come join, we see them, we have been a party, see the storyteller, see the teller, see I see the storyteller, see Hi, I'm Winston Nzinga. Welcome to Caribbean Storybook. Each week we'll bring you songs, stories and music from the Caribbean, many of which originated in Mother Africa. This is the story of Nora and the Ackee. Now the Ackee tree grows in the Caribbean, but the Ackee tree actually originated in West Africa. The story is about two sisters, one kind, the other one very, very mean. Now it happened that one day their mum wanted to cook them ackee and saltfish for the evening meal. So she called the daughter, she said, "Girls, get your basket, go to the farm, pick me some ackees, I'll cook it for the dinner." And the girls obeyed their mother. They went and they collected their baskets and they began their journey to the place where the ackee trees grew. Now, to get to the place, they had to cross a dry river. But this was no ordinary river. This river could sense a kind or a mean person. If it sensed you to be a kind person, it would allow you to cross one way and return the other. If it sensed you to be mean, it would only allow you to go one way. The two sisters, they crossed the dry river, they picked ackees until their baskets were full, and then the girls turned to come home. The kind sister led the way, and the moment she stepped into the dry river, it challenged her. It challenged her by singing a song. This is what it sang. Go, I go, I go, I go. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. As soon as the kind sister heard the words of the song, she took an ackee from her basket, placed it into the dry river, and she crossed safely to the other side. Now Nora, her mean sister, stood behind and she pulled the meanest face and she simply said, "I'm not giving the river one of my ackees." And so the river sang again. The river sang. Go, I go, I go, I go. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. Dry river, I go come down, wash your well. From where Nora stood, water began to gather. Water came up to Nora's ankles. Was she frightened? No. She just stood there with her mean face and said, "I'm not giving the river one of my ackees." And so the river sang again. It sang. Go, I go, I go, I go. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. Dry river, I go come down, wash your well. Water is now up to Nora's knees. Is she frightened? No. Nora stood there with that mean look on her face saying, "I'm not giving the river one of my ackees." And so the river sang again. It sang. Go, I go, I go, I go. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. If you no give me one ackee, you not pass ya. Dry river, I go come down, wash your well. The water is now up to Nora's waist. Is she frightened? No. Nora stood there with that mean look on her face saying, "I'm not giving the river one of my ackees." And so the river sang again. The river sang. Go, I go. frightened? No, she still stood there with that look on her face saying, I'm not giving the river one of my Ackees. Well, by now, the kind sister got to the other side and she saw what was going on. She decided she had to sing a song to tell her sister to be kind and give the river how many Ackees? One. She sang. Go, pago, 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 pa. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. A dry river go come down, wash away. Nora just looked across at her kind sister, pulled that mean face and said, I'm not giving the river one of my Ackees. And so the river sang again. It sang, go, pago, pago, pago. If you don't give me one Ackee, you're not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you're not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you're not pass ya. Dry river go come down, wash away. Water is now up to Nora's chin. Her kind sister sang her song again. She sang, go, pago, 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 pa. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. Our dry river go come down, wash away. Again, Nora looked across at her kind sister, pulled that mean face and said, I'm not giving the river one of my Ackees. And so the river sang again. The river sang, go, pago, pago, pago. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. Dry river go come down, wash away. Water is now up to Nora's nose. She's on tiptoes and the water's gushing in and out of her mouth. Her kind sister sang her song again, but this time as she sang, she started to cry. She sang, go, pago, 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 pa. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. Give one, Nora, give one. I dry river, but Nora, on her tiptoes, water gushing in and out of her mouth, looked across her kind sister and said, and simply translated, she was saying, I'm not giving the river one of my Ackees. So the river sang again for the last and final time. It sang, go, pago, pago, pago. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. If you don't give me one Ackee, you not pass ya. A dry river go come down, wash away. And with that, a big current of water swept Nora away. Now what happened to Nora? Did she drown? No. Nora was a good swimmer. And you know, how many Ackees did the river ask for? One. How many might have been in her basket? Plenty. The thing is, as soon as that basket full of Ackees tipped up into the river got more than it asked for. It went back to its normal level, completely satisfied. As for Nora, she learned a very important lesson from that experience. She learned how to be kind, and she was never ever again a mean person. That is the story of Nora and the Ackee. And when I say snip, snap, snout, I'm telling you the story is out. Thank you for joining us on Caribbean Storybook. We hope you all enjoyed the stories, songs and music, and we look forward to seeing you next time. What good? What good every day, make good up